All right. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here before you. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live show. Again, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here, also known as Dr. Cousin. And so I'm glad to be here yet with you all once again. It is a beautiful Monday, October the 9th of 2023. I'm live right here in Chesapeake, Virginia. And so I do want to say hello to those of you on the podcast platforms. Good evening to those of you who may watch this on YouTube, and especially those of you who are on Facebook. I do welcome you here to the show. So listen, as you all may be tuning in live on Facebook, go ahead in the comment section, let me know the city and state where you are tuning in from. Again, I like interaction, I like engagement, so feel free at any point to let me know in the comments area where you are watching from. And what I want to do before we even dive into specifics is I want to make sure that this is public right there on Facebook. And I just did that. I just made sure that we're public on Facebook, and also that more and more of you on the Facebook platform are able to tune into the stream. So some of you may catch this live and some of you may catch this as a replay, but nonetheless, I do welcome you all to the show. Okay. Once again, let me know in the comment section where you are actually tuning in from. And I'm going to do my very best to acknowledge those of you who are here live with me. And so what I'm also going to do is just make sure I'm able to perhaps even tag a few people for those of you who are on Facebook. And I know many of you tune into some of the content that I do share through the channel. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do. I don't normally do this where I go forward and I just, tag a few people, but I'm going to go ahead and do that tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and see who we can get in here and plug them right on in. All right. So it looks like I was able to get just a few people in. And so again, welcome to the show, everyone. This is something that I do every Monday and Wednesday around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we have a goal. I have a goal that I seek to accomplish every time that I go live. And the mission is to empower men and women, network marketing professionals, wealth builders. I want to empower you with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Those three things right there is what I seek to empower you to grow. And so if that's something you want to do as a leader, you want to build more wealth, you want to increase your income, perhaps even raise the lid on your ability to lead, I want you just to stick right on in here, plug right on in, because we're going to show you and provide you with some great content and information this evening. And so on Mondays, I like to call Mondays Network Marketing Mondays, because I like to delve into a topic on Mondays pertaining to the network marketing industry. And so today we're going to be talking about a topic that some people know about. Many people don't really dive into it too deeply, but I'm going to talk about it a bit. And I'm going to be sharing some visuals tonight. Yep, I have some visuals tonight. And so I'm going to share with you by way of my notes via PowerPoint. I'm going to go through some important information, and you're about to see it pop up on the screen right here. And so here we go. Yes, indeed. We're going to be cracking the code tonight. Cracking the code, mastering downlines in network marketing. So we're going to talk about mastering those downlines, okay? And so by the end of this stream, by the end of this video, you're going to have the tools and you're going to have the understanding to effectively build. Okay, listen to this now. You're going to be able to build, you're going to be able to nurture and grow a successful downline as it pertains to network marketing. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. Now, I know some of you may be asking, if you're new, you may be asking, well, Dr. Lakeisha, what gives you the ability to share information on downlines and network marketing? So if this is your first time tuning into any of the live streams, any of the content on the YouTube channel, or even the podcast, just understand that I have been a part of the network marketing industry for quite some time. I want to say it's close to 2 decades. Okay, close to 2 decades that I've been a part of this industry. I know a thing or two. I've been around a time or two in terms of different companies, and I know how many of this works. Now, there is still always room for growth. I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. There's always room for growth, but I've been there, I've done that. I've qualified for company cars. I've been a part of destination events where the leaders flew me out there, paid in full on behalf of the founders. And so I know what it means. I know what it takes to truly build a business. And so I'm going to share with you some information pertaining to mastering downlines within network marketing. So let's just talk about it a little bit. Let's just set a foundation as it pertains to a downline and really truly understanding what a downline is. Now, you see the image in front of you right here. If you can see it, type in "I see it" as you all tune into the stream and the video. For those of you on podcast, you might not see the visuals, but you can listen to what I'm sharing. So what we're sharing here on the screen is a person at the top, and then you have a few people that are at the bottom there. But here's the deal. When it comes to traditional business, most CEOs are that individual right there at the top, that green person, right? But when it comes to network marketing, everyone who joins, who registers within a company, they start just like that. They are that person right there. Okay. And they have the potential to have an organization that grows. Now, it may not look like it's structured exactly like that, but you'll have the ability to grow and establish a global organization. So let's talk about some of the basics here. A downline, what is it? This is where individuals, you recruit are a part of your network marketing business. So people that you may bring on board. So say, for example, A is you, right? This is you, you're A. And then you bring in B and C. And then what happens is gradually, or even instantaneously that same day, B can bring in these two individuals and C would bring in these two individuals. Now, all of these B's, C's, and D's, right? They are all a part of what some people would like to call a downline or your organization that you're establishing. And most traditional companies, for example, they may have a CEO, they have the managers, supervisors, all these, that's still a part of a network. So in terms of having a home-based business, specifically network marketing, you can have an organization also known as a downline, right? Where you have people who are working with you. You all are working towards a common goal within an organization. And so that's what we're talking about when we say downline. Now, they are pivotal because your earnings and growth really truly depends on their performance. So really ensuring their success is ensuring your success. So when you help B's and C's and D's, as you can see in this image, when you help them to do very well, guess what? You in return will do very well because you have a common goal. And so those are just some of the basics I wanted to share right there. But let's just shift a bit and talk about the mindset shift. Let's talk about the mindset shift, the value of relationship building, because you have to understand something to really master the art, okay, of downlines. It really begins with a mindset shift. Now, remember, these aren't just numbers, okay? These are real people. When you're building your organization, it's real people. I like what my former mentor, he's transitioned on, he would say that we are in a people building business. And that's exactly what network marketing is involved in. You want to approach each individual within your organization with care, understanding their dreams and truly the goals that they want to accomplish for themselves. So, we want to really prioritize collaboration over competition. Let me say that one more time. Prioritize collaboration over competition. See, their growth, when the people in your organization are growing, you in turn, as an organization, you're going to grow. So it's important that you understand that you prioritize collaboration over competition. Now, if you're going to compete with anyone, you really should be competing with the version of yourself you were yesterday. That's your biggest competition. Doing better than you were yesterday, doing better today compared to yesterday. Becoming a better version of yourself is what some people would say, right? Now, when you're building an organization, you're bringing people on board, you're recruiting individuals. And so recruiting, or some people say recruitment, is your foundation. Okay, so who is your ideal recruit? Who is your ideal partner that you're bringing a part of your organization? And so you want to understand their profile. You want to build a genuine personal brand. I know a lot of leaders in network marketing don't really talk about branding, but I believe it's essential because, again, a branding has also a lot to do with your message, what you're communicating out there to the market. Okay, what people hear from you when you're speaking and sharing about your opportunity, when you're piquing interest, that's still a part of your brand. That's still your voice that you're communicating to people, whether it's through live streams like this or one-to-one. Okay, so understand you want to build a personal brand because what it does is it actually builds trust. You've heard of that common thought. People do business with those that they know, like, and trust. And so listen, when you build a brand, you're actually able to establish trust as well. So be where your potential recruits would be. Are they on Facebook, Instagram, at local events? Where are they? Okay. Are they in forums? Are they in social media groups, local gatherings? Where are your potential partners or even customers? Where would they be? Where will you find them? Okay. So you want to think about that for yourself as well. Now, here's something we need to also consider, when it comes to building your organizations, is being able to have the support, the training that you need so that you'll be able to effectively and successfully build your organization. So listen, once you're able to bring someone on board with you in business, you sponsor and you bring a new person in, it's all about training. It's all about support. Okay. And so initially what you want to do is cover the basics when they come in. Do not overwhelm a new recruit, a person, a part of your downline. Don't overwhelm them with so much information. See, when people are confused and they feel like they have so much to juggle, they end up doing nothing. So you want to make sure you're covering the basics, and over time, then they can take in more information. It's almost like a baby. A baby receives milk initially, and then gradually over time, as they become older and they're able to take in that milk very well, then you introduce bigger, solid foods to them. And that's the same way you have to think about new people that you bring into your organization. And don't forget this, when you're bringing people in and they're taking action, you want to not forget to celebrate their milestones. That's why I enjoy the company that I'm a part of, because they have a celebration, I should say, element system in place, because you can celebrate people when they reach certain smaller milestones, reach certain ranks in the company. And so that's what I enjoy about the company GSP that I'm connected to. So you do want to recognize the achievements, even the small steps of maybe connecting with 20 people, friending 20 people on social media. That's a step that's worth celebration. So for those of you who are doing that, I celebrate you tonight, or even as you're watching this video. That is a huge milestone when you're expanding your network. So again, training and support is very, very, very important. Now, let's talk about this concept here. When it comes to building your business, communication is key. So you want to regularly check in and show that you care for those who you do bring on board. Don't bring them in, and then next thing you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks go by and you haven't even spoken to them. Understand that care, you want to be able to create feedback loops. So when they come on board and you have that initial meeting with them, when is the next time you're going to meet with them? Okay, it's really a two-way street as well. Okay, it's a two-way street. Sometimes you bring people on board and next thing you know, they're nowhere to be found. You only can do your part. So just be responsible for your part, reaching out and seeking to connect with them. Now, with every business, understand this is a people building business, right? So there may be some times where conflict does arise. So if it does arise, you want to address it head on. Okay, you should be all adults where you're able to come together and resolve whatever issues you have. And so you want to be able to do that with understanding, and you want to do that. You want to settle conflicts with empathy. Okay, with empathy. So you want to understand their perspective. So communication is very important when it comes to building a strong and successful network marketing business. So here's what I do want to share with you as I'm preparing to soon wrap this particular session up. But see, what you also want to know is, when it comes to mastering downlines, is that it's not just about recruitment. Okay, it's about relationship building. It's about training. It's about communication. It's about consistent growth. Okay, so remember when you're building a business, okay, when you are building your business, you want to make sure that there are certain things in place. Make sure you have exactly what you need. You want to equip your downline with tools. Okay, equip them with tools. Use apps for communication. I know personally, I actually use an app called Reach because I have an iPhone. So I use Reach because I'm able to reach most of the people I brought into the organization. I'm able to reach out to them so quickly by clicking a few buttons within the app. So I enjoy that app. Now, there are many other apps out there, but you can find what will work for you. And then also, listen, books. Recommend some books to your team. Okay, 4-Hour Work Week is a great book, right? Secrets of a Millionaire Mind is a great book. There are many books that may be relevant to your specific industry. So recommend some great reads for new people who do come on board and for those who have been in there, a part of your business for quite some time. All right. So very, very, very important that you all consider that. So let's talk about growth for a moment, because as people come in, you want to help them to further their growth. When it comes to network marketing, remember, you might have heard me say this before, and you might have heard someone else say that network marketing is a personal development journey with a compensation plan attached to it. And that is so true. Okay, so it's all about our growth. What are we doing to further our growth? And as we increase the lid on our ability to lead, guess what's going to happen? Our income is going to follow. Our income is going to follow that. So again, keep seeking to grow. Consistency is so important. So you also want to think about ways in which you can bring your team together and engage in team building activities, even if it's virtually. Maybe virtually initially, and then maybe if your team, your organization has like a bigger event, you can come together and do team building events. That is even worth the while as well. And always remember to recognize their efforts effectively, those who are taking action, even if it's the smallest of actions, and always be adaptive. Industries change, and I know this is something that my teammates and we've been talking about. Part of Wealth Builders Global, the importance of, adapting to change. And so change is going to happen. Change is something that's inevitable. It's going to happen. And we as human beings, we never just stay the same each and every day. We are different individuals every single day, whether you notice the changes or not. We are different individuals. So, keep yourself open. Keep yourself open to change. Change is good. Embrace the change, okay? So really, just simply to wrap it up, and I'm gonna, get ourselves ready to finish this thing up here. But just to summarize, what we've been talking about a bit, we've been talking about, the art of mastering downlines, the importance of relationship building, building trust, communication, consistent growth. Remember, here's something to think about. A thriving downline or organization leads to a thriving you. A thriving downline or an organization leads to a thriving you. So here is what I'm going to encourage you all to do as I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to encourage you, okay, to take heed to some of the things that I've shared with you during this particular video podcast. For those of you on those platforms there, take heed to this information. For those of you on YouTube, if you've enjoyed what you've heard, go ahead and love the video, give it a like, a love, and also subscribe to the channel so you can get more of this content. Remember, though I go live on Facebook around 6:30, the content will be soon uploaded and provided there on YouTube. So just make sure you stay subscribed. That way you know when I do provide it there on the channel. And so remember, head back over here on Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. as we dive into wealth building strategies, how to really establish passive income and create generational wealth. So you don't want to miss it, especially as we're in this new digital era. So I appreciate your time. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Leadership TKO with Dr. Lakeisha. And so I look forward to really serving you as the days progress. Until the next time, I'm encouraging you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night and God bless.